claim that I'm responding to is that alcohol consumption among youth leads to dangerous behavior and is heavily influenced by advertising, especially among low-income and minority groups. And his secondary claims are many teenagers consume alcohol on a regular basis and often partake in binge drinking, which leads to a significant increase in alcohol-related deaths and dangerous or violent behavior. His second claim is that advertising influences adolescents to feel committed to specific brands through deceptive tactics, and his third claim is that minorities and low-income teens are also heavily persuaded by or pursued by the alcohol industry. And he states as evidence for his first claim that motor vehicle accidents are the #1 cause of death among those younger than 25 years old. And over 40% of these accidents are alcohol-related, according to the NIAA. His reasoning is flawed. Many teenagers binge drink. Okay, I'll give him that. Most young deaths are a result of alcohol-related car accidents. I can't argue with the figures. But what exactly constitutes an alcohol-related accident? Who's to say that the adults are not the ones driving drunk and killing off innocent teens? If an adult were to drink, cause a collision resulting in the death of a teen, would that not be considered part of the 40% the arguer speaks of? I can't refute the fact that the majority of teen deaths are due to car accidents. But the arguer does not present any evidence directly affirming that teens are the ones causing these accidents. This claim is merely a poorly developed assumption at best. The source posed to you by the arguer states that youth view about 2,000 alcohol-related commercials each year, according to the AAFP. This may sound like a big number if I were to say that that's how many Newcastles I chugged last night, but we must put it into context. According to the TFAC, studies have shown that these same youth also view about 400,000 ads per capita per year. This means that alcohol-related advertisements only make up 0.5% of all advertising they will view this year. I mean, when did 0.5% really add up to much of anything? What's interesting is that the advocate claims that the mere 0.5% of advertising that youth watch contributes to underage drinking. But what about all the parents that get off of work and crack open a nice cold one in front of their children? How many of you were ever around your parents while they were drinking under the age of 18? 1, 2, 3, probably most of them, including me. And according to Robert A. Zucker, director of the Addiction Research Center at the University of Michigan, early encounter with alcohol in young children is largely an opportunistic experience, related to what happens in the family, such as drinking at family dinners or at family celebrations such as weddings, barbecues, etc., and the fact that parents are themselves drinkers. Thus, young children's sipping and tasting of alcohol reflects parental modeling of alcohol use and increased opportunities to try alcohol in the home. The arguer presents his third subclaim as minorities and low-income teens are also heavily pursued by the alcohol industry. I cannot refute this as a claim of fact because the evidence is out there. But the problem is the claim is in no way relevant to the other two claims. So, children drink alcohol, the drinking is influenced by media, and minorities are targeted. It sounds to me that he's posing an entirely new claim of fact. His series of claims infers that he intends to prove that young minorities are more likely to cause death or harm due to alcohol consumption and driving, more than other groups. I guess if I followed the same logic as the arguer in his speech, when we get out of class today, make sure you take the 57 freeway instead of the 10, because I take the 10 and I am a minority.